that was a huge mistake on my behalf, and that's totally on me, and I take full responsibility for it. So what now? Am I quitting YouTube? Hey, what up? I don't think I've properly introduced myself. So, hi, I'm HB, and I've been a music producer for, I think, 11 years now. And over those years, I've developed different systems and methods in order to eliminate guesswork from mixing and mastering. And really, my goal with this channel is to just share that knowledge and explain it in the best possible way, which obviously, if I'm making this video, it's safe to say that I didn't do a pretty good job at it. But in order to explain why my attempts fail, I think we need to go back about a year ago where I decided to share this knowledge. I knew that I was going to have many challenges along the way, but the main one was the algorithm, because it doesn't matter what you do. If people don't watch the videos, then that's a problem, you know? So knowing that, I decided to research the algorithm and see how it works. And I found out that there are two main things that the algorithm cares about. One of them is consistency. Now, when I say consistency, I mean a couple of things. One of them is consistency in the quality of the videos, of course. And another thing is consistency in terms of uploading. So meaning like sticking to a schedule and uploading in the regular schedule. But really, when I say consistency, I mean more about frequency and how frequently are you uploading videos. Because if you're uploading like 10 videos a day, then the algorithm will really love you, you know? So that's really what I mean by consistency. It's all of those things. But the second thing that the algorithm loves, even more than consistency, is retention. And that means how much of the video people are actually watching. So if you have 100% retention, then the algorithm is really going to like you, and it's going to push your videos to other people and going to make it go viral. But if you have 50% or less, then that's the cue for the algorithm to label your video as a bad video, and it's not going to push it to other people. So knowing those two factors about the algorithm, I came up with this plan to post 3 times a week, which is insane, by the way. Like, nobody else does that. There's a reason why your favorite YouTubers only post, like 2 or 3 times a month. So in order to make sure that I was going to be actually consistent with uploading 3 times a week, I had to make a batch of like around 60 videos so I can be consistent, and also make sure that the videos themselves are consistent in quality. And also, in order to make sure that retention is good, I had to make them short, so like 5 minutes or shorter. But yeah, with those limitations, I started working on videos, and the first thing that gets hit whenever you have a pipeline like this is quality. And I'm going to make a distinction here, because when I say quality, I mean 2 things, and it's important to differentiate between the two. One of them is production quality, meaning the way you're conveying the message, and the other one is the quality of the message itself. So in terms of the quality of the information itself that I'm giving away in those videos, that quality is like top notch. It's literally unique because nobody else has made those discoveries, so you can't get it anywhere else. So the information that I'm giving out in those videos is extremely valuable, because every producer on the planet would want to have that information, because it's going to make their lives way easier. So, I never had a doubt about the quality of the information. The quality is there, and it's still there, by the way, like, if you go and watch those videos back. So that's not the problem. Really, what I'm talking about, quality taking a hit, is the production quality. So originally, the idea I had for every video was to have, like a bunch of infographics and stuff like that. But unfortunately, if I had to do that, then that would mean that it would take me like 2 years in order to make 60 videos. So unfortunately, I had to cut some corners. So ultimately, it boils down to 2 problems that people had with those videos. The first problem is the use of AI, which was born out of necessity in order to finish those videos as quick as possible, using stuff like AI visuals, which I really didn't understand how much of a deal breaker that would be for people, because apparently what happened, people would click on the video and then they would immediately click out because they saw, the second they saw the AI visuals. And then also another thing that contributes to the AI feel of the videos was the fact that I had to use AI in order to write the scripts for the videos. Since I'm not a native English speaker, English is not my first language. So I just wanted to make sure that the grammar is okay, there are no typos. And another thing that a couple of people picked up on was the use of AI voice in order to narrate those scripts. Now, when I say AI voice, it's a clone of my voice, so it's not like I'm, stealing somebody else's voice. But one of the problems of using an AI voice in order to narrate those scripts, sometimes it gets a little bit wonky with the pronunciation and the way, it reads out those lines. So I think if you put all of these three together, all of these three ways that I've used AI in order to speed up the process really bothered people. And I don't blame them, by the way. I totally get it now. Honestly, personally, it never bothered me. And I think by this point, I've probably watched 1,000 tutorials from big channels and small channels. And it never bothered me if somebody had a low quality mic or if the footage was a little bit grainy. As long as I get the information that I came to get from the tutorial, it really never bothered me. But it's not like I don't understand people. I totally get it. It's really something that I didn't anticipate. But the bigger thing that I didn't anticipate was the fact that the main problem that people had was that I didn't give enough practical examples in the videos. So I didn't really show them exactly how to practically utilize those methods and systems. And yeah, that's totally my fault. There's no way around it. I should have known better. I think the reason why I didn't anticipate it is because I thought that just talking about it would be enough. What I didn't realize is that people didn't have the knowledge that I have. So in order for them to truly get it, I need to show it, I need to show it in practicality. So that was a huge mistake on my behalf. But yeah, those are really the main two problems with the videos: the use of AI and also the fact that I didn't give enough examples. And that's totally on me, and I take full responsibility for it. So what now, are you saying? Am I quitting YouTube? So the answer is hell no. I will never quit. I will continue to do this till my last day, until everybody on the planet knows about these methods. They don't need to use them, by the way. I'm not forcing anybody to use these methods and systems, but they at least, I want at least them to know about it. I want them to know that it's an option, it's a tool in their tool belt. So yeah, I'm not quitting, and I'm going to continue to making videos, but it means that some changes are going to happen from now on. But before I give you all the updates, I think I have a solution. So this is the special announcement part of the video. So I thought about what would be the perfect way in order to showcase the methods and systems in practicality. And the problem that I have is the way I'm utilizing all these methods in my day-to-day workflow is not really something that would be beneficial to you guys, because I do stuff on the fly. So I don't think that would be a good example for you to learn from. So I thought about it, how can I showcase all of this? And I think it would be best to actually mix your guys' music and really show you what I would do with your sounds in your music, because it will be something that you can immediately implement and copy it and modify it and make changes and do things the way you want to do. But at least you'll be able to understand the way I approach stuff. I think it will be more beneficial than me just showing how I make a track or stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's going to be great. And if that sounds interesting to you, you can send your stems. There's going to be a link in the description with all of the instructions on how to do it. Before I wrap up the video, I just want to give you a couple of updates. So what all of this is going to mean for the channel. From now on, I'm going to continue to upload 3 shorts a week. At least I'm going to try. Those short videos were really good for the channel. I think because they're not just clips that I took from the long form videos. So they're really unique. They stand on their own, and they really showcase all of the stuff that I'm talking about in practicality. So if you haven't watched those shorts, make sure to watch them. They have more value, I think, than the long form stuff. But as for long form videos, I'm just going to take it video by video. So whenever I finish a video, I'm just going to upload it. Yeah, so there's not going to be a schedule, unfortunately. And it will probably mean that I'll be able to upload 2 or 3 times a month, maybe even less, I really hate being in this position because it's not good for the channel. It's not good for you guys. And it's not good for me either, because whenever you're taking it video by video, it really means that all you're focusing on is making videos. So there's no time for other stuff. And it's really easy to burn out like that. So I'm just really going to take my time and make sure some days taking days off, doing other stuff in order to keep going, because I really don't want to take like a long break of like 6 months or whatever in order to make a batch of videos. I just want to make sure each video gets the proper love and care that it deserves in order to make it good for you, make it good for the channel. And yeah, that's it. Now, before I go, I just want to say thank you. You know, like it really means a lot that you guys are watching. You know, despite everything that I've said in this video, believe it or not, it wasn't a spectacular failure. I mean, we still managed to get to 1,000 subs, which is incredible. You know, I know it's not a lot in terms of YouTube, but it really means a lot to me because I'm just trying my best over here. I know that mistakes have been made, but I'm taking your input, I'm taking your feedback, and I'm going to do better. And I appreciate you guys. And I want to give a special shout out to Drop Love and a bunch of other people who've been commenting on my videos, because I don't know if you know this, but when you're at the start of your journey, of your beginning on YouTube, it really means a lot when somebody drops a comment, because it lets you know that people are watching and they care and they love what you do, you know, so it really keeps you going. So for that, I appreciate you guys. I can't thank you enough, and I cannot wait to work on your music, do a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to continue to make more tutorials, making sure every video is top notch, high quality. So yeah, I appreciate you. Much love, and I will see you in the next video, whenever that will be. Bye.